Hey everybody, how's it going? So this is episode 3, season 1 of Survivors. This episode is called Gone Away. The last episode ended where we were in the church, and they've all now kind of met at the church. At least there's 4 of them. So I'd really like to know actually, are they going to go back and get the people that were left behind? So there was the elder gentleman at the boarding school. Obviously there's the guy in that quarry who obviously Pam said was dead, but he wasn't. Are we ever going to revisit that? Like, I'm quite intrigued to see whether or not we ever go back and see him obviously hopefully rescued or just possibly actually dead in the end. So I'd quite like to see us kind of go back and revisit things like that. I'd be quite disappointed actually if we don't go back and see what happened to these people. And obviously this lady is desperately kind of hoping to find her son as well. So I'm quite intrigued as to where this one's going to go moving forward now that we're all in the one location. It should be an interesting watch really. So I'm just going to get straight on into this. Let's go. Oh! The last time we saw anything to do with this guy, his Rolls Royce had looked like it had been looted by somebody.
Hello.
God, this is my worst fear, this. Going into a house that you don't know what the hell to expect. Oh, don't. That milk will be like cottage cheese.
Damn.
It's not worth anything now. Oh shit, there's someone outside! Oh, he's going to take their eggs.
Don't come any closer.
I think that's it. Is that her son?
Chicken. The boy needs food. Well, I need food too. Look, I'm not sure,
So you got the shits?
but it might be typhoid.
Oh, that's worse than the shits.
Oh, for God's sake.
Be a long time before we can get
I thought that lady who left that guy was called Pam.
Buried dead.
She clearly wasn't.
What sort of disease building up?
Yes, but there's so much of what we'll need stored up in them. We'll have to grow food and things. Learn to look after ourselves.
Yeah, go get that guy from the school.
I know we can't go on living on what's left, even if it was all available. It may take a long time to get through. What about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd like to ride around with you for a while. Just so I can pick up a car.
Yes, of course.
How come... I'm actually surprised I never heard the gunshot though, because he wasn't that far away. Kind of soup? Pea and ham.
Like Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Well, you can't eat any of that stuff anyway.
Go on, shoo, shoo, out, out.
Has someone killed themselves? Oh.
It just made me feel a bit sick, that's all.
Yeah, well, we ought to get out of here.
What about Abby?
She's still picking things up. She won't leave till she has what she wants. But,
Well, that guy got as far as there.
Greg?
Mrs. Grant, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pay someone for the stuff we would.
It's not a question of paying for it. It's a question of conserving. Sharing out properly. I mean, for all I know, you could keep
Yeah, but
coming
they're
back
not
day
sharing
after day.
anything.
We found his body down the road. But hanging him there makes a better warning than chalking keep out across the door.
That's disgusting.
And what happens if we don't recognize your authority? Either you come with us and get shits for that food, or you can get out of this district.
I'm not going back to Wormley's.
None of us are.
Stop it! Leave it alone! No!
Warning you, missus. I'll get nasty next time.
Oh, no! We've as much right to those things as you have!
We're only being silly now. Come on. Come on now, give me the gun.
She's not going to
Stuff you
get
picked
you the
out.
gun.
And Abby, you move their Land Rover.
Oh, you wanted a Land Rover?
I'll have him for that. I'll fix the wheel.
Well, they won't be moving for a bit.
It's always the crazies that survive.
Give it time, and then all these communities will come together because they actually want to.
I hope you're right. That's what I want. Now, if that lot are looking for us, what are we going to do?
So she gets up to go towards her.
I was terrified.
We all were.
You see, until then, I thought, however dreadful it was, I had at least come to terms with the situation. And that one thing that we have in common, that we are survivors, should have been enough. I couldn't be a leader. I can't be responsible for other people's lives. I couldn't do it.
And who else?
Yes.
Twice.
You left
Yeah,
her.
I was being a bit cautious, you see, miss.
You were driving a Rolls Royce.
Yes, that's right, miss, I remember.
A road.
Well, yes, drive across the grass. I was going downhill.
And we found the
Then it
car
hit me,
crashed.
The stench. It was like a brick wall, man, like a wall. I got out of there double quick, I can tell you.
It's a very big area. Yeah. We'll have a wander around this section. Is it all that important? You want to take charge? Take over from me. You sure you're warm enough? You wouldn't like me to collect some kindling for the fire?
No, we've got enough to see us through the night. I gave it to some youngster. Well, I reckon he needed it more than me.
A youngster?
What a little shit.
Oh, a youngster he was. He was camping with some older bloke.
If he hasn't done a runner. Oh, bloody hell.
They've gone.
They're both dead.
I don't think it's him.
It's not Peter.
They're waiting for you inside.
What are we going to do?
Keep under cover.
But all our things are in there.
Don't go in there. Keep under cover until we've driven out. Don't take any chances or you'll drop me in it too.
Do they not realise that, yes, it's like petty, but they're also wasting bullets?
I'm not staying here. I was undecided until now, but this settles it. I want to start again. Do all the things I said I would.
I would really love to know what actually, I'm assuming, me personally, think that this young boy and this guy, who I think is obviously possibly been the teacher that Pete had gone with the other kids when everything kind of kicked off, died of starvation. The first place I would hit would have been a supermarket, so they literally went to the place that I would go to. But then again, you know, that's what everyone's going to do. Everyone's going to have the same ideas and go there thinking there's food, which kind of then gives these groups of people, like the one that we saw, taking advantage of that and kind of taking control of them. It reminded me a little bit of racketeering, actually, a little bit. Seizing control of something and kind of rationing it out to a certain extent as well. I actually really enjoyed that episode. The Welshman looked like he'd literally walked straight out of the pit in the Green Death into this, because he was that filthy at the beginning of this episode. He's actually really annoying as a character in this. For me, I find him quite annoying. And as I think I described him as a parasite in this, he literally jumps from person to person and takes everything from them that he physically possibly can, and then when it's kind of obviously dried up, he then just moves on to the next one, and he is literally just in this for himself. He doesn't, for me, it comes across as like he doesn't really give a shit about anybody else. So I'm quite interested to see how we kind of go moving forward with him. How is he going to fit in with these guys, and what are these guys going to do now, and where are they going to go as well on this search for Peter? Where are we going to find ourselves? So I might even just watch the next episode because I've got a bit of time today, and I'll see you guys soon. So